The men's elite field at the 947 Ride Joburg was a big bunch of 180 riders, all highly motivated to produce something special as they rolled away from the FNB Stadium for the 97-kilometre loop around the city. The small matter of a 200,000 rand bonus to the winner was sufficient incentive to draw the country's top men to the race. World Tour riders Ryan Gibbons, Daryl Impey, Reinhard Janssen van Rensburg as well as Willie Smit were in the mix. However, they were outnumbered by a phalanx of powerful teams like ProTouch, Shisa Fuels, Cycle Power and Enzo, who were keen to make it hard. Up from the Cape, Alex Hewitt of Mad Max had a dash off the front as they raced through the outskirts of Soweto. ProTouch breakaway specialist Alwyn Steenkamp and the experienced David Murray also tried early escapes. The overcast conditions masked the day's real villain, a buffeting northwesterly headwind as they hit the M1 South double-decker highway. A breakaway eventually succeeded, initiated by ACDC Albion rider Chris Jooste, and it included Ruan Engeland, Kimon van der Merwe, Alex Worsdale, Casper Creer and Ricardo Broxham. The bunch were winding up the pace as they reached the Woodmead off-ramp and headed on to the R55. Defending champion Marc Pritzen tested his and a few companions' legs. Around a minute up the road, the leading group was turning into the Kyle Army racetrack for their lap. Kruger, Worsdale and Jooste were the strong men in the break as they kept the pace high. They were keeping the peloton, being driven by Team ProTouch, at bay for now. The break split though through Lone Hill. Kruger of Teg, Broxham of Honeycomb, Jooste and Worsdale of Shisa were intact. The crosswind on Witkoppen caused havoc in the main peloton and there were gaps appearing everywhere. On Jansmats after Randburg, the reconstituted breakaway was under the cosh thanks to the arrival in the group of national champion and defending champion Pritzen of Quebec and Next Hash. The Nelson Mandela Bridge took them from Braamfontein to Newtown. And the group was down to Jooste, Kruger, HB Kruger, Pritzen and the pair of Shisa men, Worsdale and Travis Stedman. They were winding it up on the M1. The chasers were being led by Jacques van Rensburg of DSV, with Gibbons, Smit, Reinhard Janssen van Rensburg and virtually the entire ProTouch squad also intact. But they weren't making much headway in catching the six leaders. Kent Main from ProTouch on the front, then Gibbons, Reinhard Janssen van Rensburg. They threw everything into the pursuit, but to no avail. The dead straight downhill finish saw Worsdale on the front. His finisher, Stedman, was at the back, keeping out of the wind. Pritzen was well placed, as was Alpha Bodyworks' HB Kruger. Stedman rode a very smart race as he tucked into Jooste's wheel. The 19-year-old showed excellent timing and a great eye for the gap as he shot past Jooste and Pritzen at express pace. There was no stopping the pocket rocket from KZN and he thundered to a sensational victory, roaring with delight as he crossed the line for the biggest win and paycheck of his young career. 2 hours 13 minutes was all it took for the leaders to complete the 97 kilometres around Johannesburg. Pritzen took second and Jooste third. But the day belonged to Travis Stedman.
Well, we have the winner 97 kilometers later, 19-year-old Travis Stedman, the biggest win of your career. What does it feel like being the 2021 25th winner of the 947 Ride Joburg?
Yeah, it's a really special one for me today. It's my first elite win, so it's kind of one of the coolest ones to win, so really happy. It was cool to take it home for the team to finish off the year. Only have 2 races left, so yeah, it was really cool. I followed Marc over there. I knew when he went it was probably going to be the decider of the race, and when he went it was quite hard, so I fell off the back a bit, and luckily I was able to just get over the top and hold through, and I had a teammate there to pull me through to the end, which was really cool.